Now today we have with us David Grossman. A lot of people have heard about this, something called the stress test.
Yes.
This is a relatively recent development, right?
Right.
Can you explain that to us?
Sure. So, well, at the beginning of 2018, the government decided that they needed to take some steps to cool down the market.
The provincial government?
This is the Canadian government, the federal government.
Okay.
So they implemented or imposed this stress test, which applies to almost all institutional lenders, except a few lenders that are provincially regulated. But the lion's share of institutional lenders out there are federally regulated, and what this means is that essentially they call it a stress test because you have to qualify for the mortgage as though it was 2 percentage points higher than the rate you're actually getting. So let's say you're borrowing at 3.5%,
right,
and they look at what the payment is and figure out how much you can afford and how much mortgage they're willing to give you. Well, with the stress test, the rate goes up from 3.5 to 5.5,
right,
and then they look at how much they think you can afford, and the result is that you can only get a smaller mortgage. So that has really thrown a wet blanket on the real estate market.
So if you're borderline in terms of your means,
yes,
okay, it really might cramp your style.
The Glass is Half Full Talk Show.